What is up, everybody? Today we are recapping GCW You Only Die Once. Live from the Webster Theatre in Hartford, Connecticut, streaming now on Triller TV Plus. Your opening contest was an 8-man tag team match as the June Men took on the Four Kings. These are team names. I can't remember the exact participants. I know it was like one was like Junie Underwood, Flying Ryan, and somebody else. The other one had a guy named Seabass Finn on it. I wish I wrote down those participants. But good opening match. Like best match I had seen for a GCW opener in a long time. Overall, just they kept the pace up, kept it fast, kept the action high. I gave this match 4 stars.
The last time Game Changer Wrestling came around to Connecticut, I spoke my mind.
In F-Town, because it's a fucking dump!
And I still stand by exactly what I said.
I'm from the greatest town that CT got, none other than Meriden, Connecticut.
It doesn't matter if I'm from Connecticut or not. Hartford's an absolute dump, and on Saturday, I'm gonna prove that again. Marcus Mathers, my old friend. Not a lot of people know this, but you're actually the sole reason that I even wrestled for GCW. Back in 2022, when we were very, very close, you put the word in and got Big Match Dusty a spot to show why he is one of the best. It's our first time ever facing one-on-one in a GCW ring, and why has it taken almost 4 years for that to happen? It could be because we're friends, but that's not the case because we're no longer friends. So it's obviously because you're scared. Because deep down, you know the fact that every time you step in the ring with Dustin Flash Waller outside of a GCW ring, I have your number. So you don't want to get embarrassed in your house. Well, that's exactly what's going to happen on Saturday, Marcus. I don't have to be labeled a prospect to show why I am one of the best wrestlers in the independents. I'm already evolving. Big Match Dusty is one of the best wrestlers going today, and you know that. So you know that if you take an L at your house by the hands of me, what's the point of you even being there? I know how good you are. I'm not gonna stray away from that fact. You are the finest, but you're about to be the dumbest because you're stepping in the ring with Big Match Dusty on Saturday. So don't blink, Marcus, or you might just miss it.
We had the finest Marcus Mathers taking on Dustin Flash Waller. From what I've gathered, Waller is one half of a tag team called Miracle Generation, who participated the following night in a 12-man match. Again, poof. But yeah. But overall, this match started good. Before this match even got going, Waller, I'll call him, Waller. I'm thinking of the WB Waller, and it's just like throwing me off. But he comes to the ring. Ted's ammo, shut up. He's the best. Blah blah blah. He's from the the best town in Connecticut and Marion, Connecticut, and all this stuff, doing your good heel work. But he also says he's better than Mathers. He doesn't have to have a WBID contract to prove it, blah, blah, blah. Marcus comes out for his entrance like he does normal. Kind of heaves and haws on the ramp for a minute, or the stage for a minute, and then just dives over the top rope onto Waller. Yeah, just overall a good overall match between two young guys. Mathers won the match with a 450 splash. Gave the match 4.5 stars. Just had it going. Your next contest is one half of your GCW World Tag Team Champions, Jordan Oliver, taking on the Frenchman Leeds Lewis. This is W. Lewis's third match under the GCW banner in the U.S. on his excursion If you watched a couple of videos back, I couldn't think of the word I was trying to find, and it was excursion. As he is over from France right now for just the month of July, he'll be wrapping up his dates. Either right at the beginning of August, or I think it might actually be scheduled for the Top Play, which is the GCW show I'm going to on the 31st of July. But anyway, I did note that for once, Oliver had the size advantage, so he was essentially the muscle of this show, or this matchup. I'm sorry, but Leeds, using his quickness and agility, kept him going. Oliver did finally, after I believe it was 3 attempts, hit his avalanche acid bomb to put away Leeds Lewis. But afterward, showing the Frenchman some respect, showing that, yeah, you can hang with some of GCW's best, Oliver did give Leeds the ring to just soak in the crowd and soak in the admiration, because he had previously not been able to have that because they were either in the backyard or at the ballpark. But overall, this match gets 4 stars. Just high-paced, hard-hitting action. Your next match saw the deathmatch berserker Bear Bronson making his return to GCW after a short time away due to TNA obligations, taking on Pero. Before this match started, for entrances, you saw Pero interacting with Charles Mason in the backstage area. Overall, this match was good. Pero's entire point, according to Mason, was to just soften up Bear for their JCW World Title match. 2 hoss fight. It was just a big old hoss fight at one point. Guardrails, chairs, tubes got involved, but Bear picked up a victory with a Samoan driver through a chair. Just, what can you say? 2 meaty men slapping meat. This match did grant 4.5 stars from me. Now we're gonna move into to a disappointing matchup from the build.
Being out here about 5 to 10 minutes away from where I live, West 48th, something calming yet unforgiving about it. It's really one of the only real places you can go to that's not gonna lie to you. I mean, the streets will lie to you. The people in that locker room will lie to you. But not out here. It's real. And being injured the last couple of months, I found myself out here more than ever, trying to figure out where it all went wrong. And now, I open up social media and I hear you talking, Anakin, like what I did was to target you, to keep you from winning the Ultraviolent Championship. I mean, come on, bro. You really think I did all of this because I don't think Otis can handle his own business? Let's be real. You were never supposed to be here in the first place. Just like you were never supposed to be in Tournament of Survival. You want to know the truth? Here's your glimpse into reality. I was supposed to face John Wayne Murdoch in St. Louis. And then I was gonna enter myself into Tournament of Survival. But then I got hurt. Something I can't control. And then the opportunity was handed to you. And what'd you do with that? You wasted it. Not because you lost, but because you treated it like a chance to get talked about on social media like this is some big fucking game. Everybody watched Tournament of Survival and called that shit violence. I watched something completely different. I watched grown men throw each other through glass just to go sit on the other side of the guardrail the next night and act like a fucking mark. That ain't violence. That's performance. I mean, are we really surprised Takeda walked up in there and ate everybody's fucking lunch? See, everybody else treated this like a celebration for the new wave of GCW. And Takeda treated it like it was survival. That's the difference. And you still haven't learned. You're still throwing around words that don't carry any weight. I'm gonna kill you. It's over my dead body. Like it's not already written that we're both gonna make it out alive. Look, I can't prove that you took that opportunity away from me. But somehow I can't shake this feeling that you did. You did. So this Saturday, I'm taking something back. If you want to keep running with the big dogs, if you want to keep your spot secure here in GCW, then this is just something you're gonna have to go through. Because this place isn't built on false accusations. It's built on reality. And this Saturday, I'm gonna change your perception of reality. Type shit.
We had Christian Napier versus Anakin Murphy. Anakin Murphy obviously fell victim to Napier's return to GCW and pro wrestling as a whole back at the last ones left, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, good to see him back in action. Him being in a match so quickly means he either healed really quickly or the injury wasn't as bad as they thought, and he just had to be in a shoulder restraint for a couple months. So, always good to see somebody come back from injury quicker than what was perceived. But yeah, this match was good. They had some door spots. They set up a single pane of glass, and Murphy went through it. But overall, the action was solid, and Napier won, but it fell short. The hype just had me all like, okay, this match is gonna fucking roll, and then yeah. So yeah, overall, this match only granted 3.5 stars from me. I'm sure somebody out there loved it. It just fell short of what I thought that they were building upon. JCW World Championship match between Charles Mason and Jimmy fucking Lloyd. Overall, short, sweet. Charles Mason beat Jimmy Lloyd by choking him out with a cable. Not much to say. This match just wasn't all that inspiring, being that Mason has a title defense against Bronson coming up. You didn't expect the title to change hands, period. But so yeah, so this match only granted 3.5 stars, but at least it was good, and you like to see Jimmy Lloyd getting a newer push every once in a while. Then we have Gabby Forza taking on Joey Janela. Now, Gabby Forza obviously has had back and forth to Charles Mason in JCW. And obviously her husband has a title shot. So we had Charles Mason joining for commentary on this one, just saying some things that were despicable towards everybody, and including Brett's kids. But yeah, Brett joined Mason on commentary forcefully. But overall, Forza brought the power, Joey brought the experience. But overall, you can't beat the Nomi. Gabby Forza picks up a big victory with not only with her Oklahoma Nomi Stampede, but a Samoan driver. The move her husband just used to win a couple matches before. Overall, this match got 4 stars. It was just a very good match. You had, like I said, experience from Joey, Gabby doing the power stuff, and now we have your GCW World Championship match.
Anybody in there? I've always been obsessed with life and consciousness. Have you ever stopped and asked yourself what we are? No? Yeah, maybe you're fine with going through the motions without ever questioning any of it, but I don't know, man. I can't get it out of my mind. I think about how it's strange that we call this reality just because we wake up here every morning. Like routine is proof. Like repetition makes something true. Are you following me? Think about it. In dreams, time bends. Dead people speak. Things change shape. You become somebody else, but still know that it's you. And then you wake up the next day and you call all of that impossible, while being trapped inside of your skull, experiencing the universe through two wet holes in your face, trusting a brain that's been lying to you since the day you were born. I get you, Alec. I hear your little ritual before your matches. I know you want money, fame, sex, power, championships, but underneath all of that is the same quiet question that every human carries. What happens when the lights go out? We are fragile little creatures just pretending to be permanent, aren't we, Alec? Is that your nightmare? Because nightmares, I think they're the only honest thing that we have left. Nightmares don't care who you pretend to be. They will strip everything down and leave you with the only thing that matters. And your nightmare doesn't tell me what you're afraid of. Your nightmare tells me what you worship. And once I know what you worship, I know exactly how far you're willing to go.
It ain't the fools that act hard, it's the ones that be like quiet like. It's the ones that put the slugs in your ass and tell your ass good night. So get that marble coffin, cause ain't that Jesus.
The Buster, the Prize City OG, Alec Price challenging the last nail, Atticus Cogar. This match was just an overall good match. You're seeing the tag champions and singles actions. I love seeing this because it doesn't take away from the tag titles. All it does is help solidify that these guys are excellent singles competitors in their own right. Price went back and forth with Atticus the entire time. Even when Vandal 48 came out to help Atticus, Price fought him off. He had a little bit of help from tag partner Jordan Oliver and current rivals of the entire faction, Anakin Murphy. Just overall, I know like the Vandal 48 involvement in matches is getting a little overdone. I liked it here because Alec Price showed that he has the cunning and speed enough to where he can just outwit Vandal 48 if he really wanted to. I obviously think that build up is coming, which we'll get into more in the next match with Vandal 48 and with their current feuding partners into what is hopefully going to be the biggest match of, I'm assuming, homecoming weekend. But Price started holding his own after they fought off Vandal 48 until KJ Orso's music and Tron hit. Like, after a minute of standing there being like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? I would have just been like, oh, fuck, he's not here. But obviously, wrestling distraction, if a person's music plays, you must look, causing the imminent hitting of a brain hemorrhage by Atticus Cogar for him to pick up the victory. This match, I granted 4.5 stars. Now we have your main event. In a fucking death match, we had La Chola Vipers taking on Slade. One of these things that I can say is Slade is now starting to show some personality. I love it. Lots of things I agree with. Slade showing personality is a good thing. Shows a less monstrous side to more of a serial killer side of him. I like it. I fairly enjoy it. But obviously and it wasn't the longest match because they did stuff afterward, but it was still an overall good match. Doors were involved. A pain or two were involved. I can't quite remember. But Slade introduces cinder blocks into the match. I believe it's 6 full ones and one that was broken into pieces. he uses the broken one to torture Viper's a little bit, but Viper's towards the end of the match sticks one of the broken pieces in her shirt, and Slade goes to like spear or running headbutt or something. He hits the pieces in the block unknowingly. She pulls it out of her shirt, hits the cactus style pile driver, the very short pile driver, on the Slade to pick up the victory. So just huge momentum for Vipers coming into this one. But as soon as the bell rings, Vipers gets a little bit of like time to relax, and Vandal 48 hit the ring. Atticus and Napier beat down Vipers. Otis carrying some bundles of tubes. They quickly tie her to the ropes, just like they did Tremont last time they were in this building. And it looks like they're going to do it again to Vipers. But you had the Savage Gnomes, Bear Bronson, and Gabby Forza, and Anakin Murphy coming out for the save. They slide the tubes out of Vandal 48's hands, crack them with the tubes. They're done. They're out. And Vandal 48 are done. So they save Viperous. They give it up for the crowd. I believe, to me, this is building up towards a Vandal 48. The three of them, plus whoever this mystery person there is, versus the Savage Gnomes, Anakin Murphy, and Viperous.
GCW! 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 Let me tell you about something. Give me a minute. First of all, give it up for fucking Vipers. You just went toe to toe with one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet and put him down for 3 seconds. Give it up. GCW goes all around the world, okay? There's A towns, A plus towns, A plus towns, but this right here at the Webster in Hartford, Connecticut is an S-tier fucking town.
I'm assuming either Murphy or Gabby are a replacement for Tremont, and who knows, Tremont maybe slid into this match or take one of their spots. I would assume it would probably be Gabby's. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna move on to my final thoughts. To wrap up get close to wrap up this video. Overall, the opening match was good. Marcus Mathers proves he's still a star in GCW. Baron Pero put up a hot fight. Alec Price proved that he can still hang as a singles competitor, and Viperous just made a statement. Everybody in that main event segment made a statement. Overall, I would give this show 4 stars. Yeah, overall, so 4-star show. You know, just a very solid show, top to bottom. That's it. Remember, if you like this recap, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all the shit YouTube likes you to do. If you're on mobile, hype the video. You know, I know that helps in some way. Nobody actually knows what the fucking hype stuff does, but yeah. But also in the comments, tell me what was your match of the night. Bear and Pero. Bear, Bronson, Pero stole the show. 2 big meaty men slapping meat. Anyway, until next time, peace!